In this video, we're going to cover 5 incredible portfolios to give you guys some inspiration. The first one that I want to cover here is Wildy Riftian. Now, this recently won Site of the Year in the Framer Awards, which I was actually a presenter in, so I'm super happy about that. But this site is pretty phenomenal. Once we load in, we see that we have these keys. And as we scroll down, we see that there's a lot of intricate pieces in this portfolio. But another thing that I want to showcase here is that if we click on the different keychains connected here, we'll see that we have motion, branding, editorial, photo works, and then a cat, which says illustration down there. So this is kind of like a collection of, it says a collection of visual works, but all of his skills that he presents. And so this kind of shows a very smart way of having this interactive piece to showcase all your different skills. I took the time to read it. I like this kind of vintage hotel key thing here. And so as you scroll down, we see that we get more pieces connected to those keychains, like motion design, branding, and all of that. And I'm guessing that's his actual handwriting. So it adds a touch of a personal flavor to his site. And it's not just, look, branding, workshops, and design. That's what I do. It kind of adds a little bit more. Then we've got these feature works here that act as a folder. And down here, we have an archive of all of his previous work, which is quite common with portfolio pieces, just to showcase works that aren't necessarily featured, but it's kind of something you still want to showcase. It's still something you're proud of. And then down here, we have that same keychain as a simple 360 animation. If we want to go deeper into each category, we can hover over these individual categories, and for example, brand design, click on that, and we have that actual keychain, and then we can hover over the specific piece of work that we want to see. And for example, when I click on this one, Dipsco brand identity, and we see some pretty phenomenal work. And so this is just, again, the work piece itself is pretty common, and we're going to see that throughout the different websites here. But the thing that gets you intrigued into the work itself is something different and shows a lot of personality. And this is the first time I've seen someone use these kind of categories as keychains or keys, anything like that. So this is done by surd.studio, and you guys can check out their work because they are great in of itself, and we could do a video on their portfolio as well, but they're not in this specific video. So anyways, the next one is another pretty phenomenal site, and this also won an award in Framer, not in the actual Framer Awards, but Site of the Month a couple months back. But anyways, this is someone's personal portfolio, tbot.cool or Thibaut. And so what I like about this site is that right now, it seems like a pretty standard site. We have an image on the left, a little breakdown of the project on the right side. But what I like to focus on is a couple things. Number one, if we go all the way down to the footer, we can actually click on those links there in the footer. We can hover over them, and they kind of appear as they are buttons, which makes sense for the whole theme of they're trying to do a retro Macintosh / computer in general website. So in this case, he designed this old Macintosh down here, and we click and we see the Behance link that shows us the actual link and how it's done. And it's an actual video we can play here. I'm gonna mute that. So it's all the components to actually create this very old school commercial, which is super, super cool. And down here, we have more of pretty much the same. But anyways, down here, we have works, about me, contact. But I like the fact that it's interactive. It's not a standard one-pager that's pretty boring and it's got text and an image and that's it, although that works fine in this case. It's cool to see someone go above and beyond. Let's go back home here and let's click on works and see what that takes us just down there. And yeah, it's a pretty simple site, but I think in this case, we've got quality over quantity, which is pretty cool. And down here, we also have this mouse, which I just found, that traces your cursor and gives us this kind of retro effect, which is amazing. Next up is Daniel Sun. So very different site to the previous two that we've been taking a look at, but this is danielsun.space. And I like the fact that he played around with the fact that his name is Sun and used a sun in his site. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to go too deep into that, but it's just a cool touch. It reminds you that, the website that you're looking at is from an actual human being. There's a person connected to it, and it's not just a website that you're looking at. Anyways, when you hover over his name, we have these different letters here that are created either with graffiti or something like that, which also showcases his personality. And then we have either a work piece here, mock-ups, and then a nice personal image there. And then as we keep scrolling, we have Ruby, which is one of his previous works. We have all of his works down here, and then some more personal things about him. This is what I love about these portfolio sites, the personal sites. It's showing that you're an actual human being behind the work and you're not just a robot doing all but this on a computer and that's it, you clock in, clock out. Because when you're going to hire someone from an agency, you want to be able to actually get an insight into who this person is. Lastly, I want to cover this connect button down here, which is really cool. I have something similar in my agency, and so that just opens up a mail tab. And I want to show you guys what I've got on my site because it's pretty similar. But if we go down here, we'll see that we've got book a call, which isn't as nice as his, but whatever, it's pretty cool either way. And then we take a look at the actual project, and it's standard. We have some images, the project inspiration, what the person did, the title, the logo, some tags here, but then some images as well. So this part is fine. It's not super crazy. It doesn't need to be. But again, I like the fact that we are kind of intrigued with a hero section to then go see the other project that this person has worked on. And then we're rewarded with that because the work itself is great. So that's fantastic. Anyways, down here we got the links, which are also quite playful. And so this site has a specific vibe when it comes to all the work that he's got and the way that he decides to showcase it. Just like this, when you hover over this, it shows that sun again. So this is a great site. Next up, we've got a different thing. This is not someone that does UI. This is jewelry, which is also important to showcase different worlds because you can get inspired from jewelry and architecture and construction, so many different places. So this is a cool site. So again, this is jewelry. So it's a 3D object that you can interact with in real life. It's not a website. It's it's a ring, it's a necklace, it's whatever. So what I like about this is that they decided to create this is probably a very high quality image, which they then input into the site, and you can see in this large scale because jewelry like this is usually quite small. And so it's cool that they blew it up. We can see the packaging around it and then see that image in super high quality in a very large setting. Now, this is at least too expensive for me, but it's cool to see how someone would go about this as their portfolio piece for jewelry. We're trying to outline the actual pieces. We're hiding the hand a little bit in the back so we can actually focus on what we want to look at. And on hover, we've got the different image in the background, which can be easily done with most, if not all, website builders nowadays. So if we go into the different tabs here for earrings or rings, ear cuffs, we have a interesting animation. So we have the title of the category, the products themselves come up. So this is also an e-commerce. And then the title of the category is hidden. So we can actually see the products themselves and we don't get that title anymore. So for example, this is rings. Let's go to ear cuffs, see if we can see that again. So it's just an image, I think. Okay. And then it hides in the back. So that's cool either way. That kind of weirds me out. Now that I'm looking at that, I don't really like that. Not much of a jewelry guy, but anyways. Then we have bracelets. Don't know if that's allowed on YouTube, but anyways, let's move on to the next one here. We've got graphics portfolio, Neil.graphics. And I just want to start off by saying you do not need to go this far with your site. I just want to showcase this because I think it's cool to go that far into the insanity realm of portfolios and showing your personality without it being boring. So this layout wise is fine, right? We've got these objects which are 3D rendered, and then we got text here. So creature caricatures or creatures characters, there you go. And you can move them around, you can hover over them, at least on some of them. There you go. Let's go ahead and click on that so we can see more. I don't know why I struggled so much with that. Creatures and characters. Can't speak English today. But anyways, when we click on that, we can see a very high level version of that. We've got smudges, details. Now, I did industrial design for university, so I did a lot of 3D rendering and things like that as well. So it's very impressive to see someone that actually knows what they're doing and is good at this stuff rather than me who just kind of plays around with Cinema 4D and all these sites that aren't exactly very easy to master. But anyways, we can see that we've got different brands. In this case, we've got different ways that this person has created different client work as we've got here. So we've got for Discord, for different perfume companies, melatonin. So you can see that there is a lot of demand for these 3D objects. And what better way of showing that than allowing someone to actually interact with it and hover around and do whatever. Now, you don't need to go this far. This is just an extreme version of a cool portfolio site, but the base information is still there, right? We have images, text that includes client, the role of the person, the outcomes, all that good stuff. So anyways, that's 5 portfolios that I think are pretty cool for inspiration for you guys. Let me know if you didn't know of any of these down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.